What's going on, everybody? Welcome, my people. Welcome to the ELEYD podcast. I am your host, Danny Ely, and I'm here to bring you life value as we discuss encouragement, leadership, entertainment, and youth development. The best part of this show is that we are interactive. So, if you're watching live on Facebook, on YouTube, or on TikTok over here. TikTok's been on with me for a little bit as we've been getting this going. But comment along as we go. I love the interaction that we have here. If you're listening to this via podcast or a rebroadcast, send your comments to Twitter using the hashtag ELEYD. That's ELEYD. And we will use them in an upcoming podcast. So today is March 19th. Our topic is motivation, understanding the role motivation plays in achieving your goals. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Let's get it. We have upped our production value. Hopefully you guys can see that on Facebook and YouTube. Sorry, TikTok. Until they let me embed into TikTok, I won't be able to update that. But I just want to remind everyone that the ELEYD podcast has tested negative for the coronavirus and is a COVID-19 safe space. So there's too much of that information around the world right now. We are not talking about that here because it's too much. It's too much, right? Am I right? Am I right? Is it too much? I think it's too much. This week has been a very long week. I can't even really imagine the fact that it's our only Thursday. Like, it feels like it's been Thursday 15 times, right? I've been extremely busy. I know a lot of people are not there. A lot of people are stuck at home, but I have been incredibly busy. What's up, Carl Gibson? Been incredibly busy with ATAP. We've been going around making contact with all of our residents, making sure that they're in a good place and that they have the supplies that they need. Working with seniors. Something I told Tuesday, I believe it was, got the chance to go and take some seniors supplies, which was a really encouraging time. There are a lot of people that we're thankful that we were there, thankful that we were bringing them things. And so it's been a long week. But the great part is I work with an amazing group of people. The staff at ATAP just blow me away at their dedication. When everything is going crazy on around them, they are still like working hard. Like, they're still getting things done. And I appreciate that so much. Like, I really work with some superstars and some awesome people. Over the last couple of weeks, I've seen a couple videos that I wanted to share with you. They kind of feed into our message that we're talking about today of motivation. And it's just some stuff that I really like. I think that you would appreciate it too. Maybe you've already seen them, maybe not. Maybe they're new to you. But just wanted to share these with you right now.
If he could do it,
this isn't a movie.
He believed in himself. And you can too.
Oh man, you gonna put it on me like that?
You can do anything that you want. You can get singing lessons, get a better job, make more money. You could be even like rich. You could live in the White House someday. You could be president.
Me?
Do what you want to do.
I want to tell you something, a speech right now. Either you work hard for it, or you don't work hard for it. Well, me and my brother, we work hard for our stuff. It don't come easy. In life, you have to work. Either you want to be the shark of the ocean, or the fish of the ocean. And right now, we want to be the shark. Take over everything. Strength, no weakness, power, the muscle. Have to have that mindset. So you're gonna come in here and dominate. When you say, oh, something wrong. No. Don't put yourself down. Motivate yourself. Keep yourself up, pumped, and ready for any challenge.
That's what's up. I absolutely love those kids. Like I think that second kid that you saw, that kid is gonna be. Well, he had an accent, so I don't know if he can be president someday. But wherever he's from, maybe he could. It's just amazing, like that idea of like, don't, um, don't be afraid of hard work, right? That's what he said. The first kid said you can do whatever you want. It was really cute because it was coming from a kid. Normally that's what we're telling kids, but he's telling the adult, don't. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do it, then you need to make the sacrifices that you need to make to get it done, right? If you need to go take singing lessons, go take singing lessons. If you need to go do this, go do that, but you can do it. You can achieve it. You can be wealthy someday. You could even live in the White House. You could be the president, right? And then the second kid, he says that don't be afraid of hard work. Hard work is what it takes to get there. Do you want to be the shark of the ocean or do you want to be the fish? And don't down yourself if you're not ready for that, but you can go and do it. I love that. I love that kids are saying that stuff. Make sure to comment. We got a few people watching on Facebook. We got a few people watching on YouTube, and we got a few people watching on TikTok. So make sure that you're commenting because this is an interactive podcast, right? Super interactive. We want to be communicating back and forth with one another. Let me just check really quick, see what our time looks like here. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, sorry guys. Just have to make sure that we're not going too long, because I want to make sure that I give as much value as I possibly can to you. So, like I said earlier, the things that we're talking about today are motivation, and there really are two main categories of motivation when you're looking at motivation. There's I knew I was going to mess up with these words. Me and words, man, we're not good. There is intrinsic motivation, and that would be from the inside motivation, right? So let's pretend Bob wants to lose weight, wants to look healthier, wants to do better with his weight and his physical appearance. Bob, as a desire from the inside, is going to be motivated to go out and make the changes that he needs to make. The other category of motivation is extrinsic. Sorry, I can't talk. Words are big. But that's from outside. So let's say Bob is not necessarily motivated from the inside. He's not motivated because he wants to do that for his health or his own being. He's motivated because his wife is telling him, baby, you got to lose some weight. That's not a bad way to be motivated. They're both equal motivated, but there's two types. So understanding, is this an internal desire that I'm being motivated by, or is this an external desire? Minor forms of motivation that are capable of making a big impact on your life. I have just a list of them, and the important thing is to recognize for you how to utilize these types of motivation so that you can accomplish the dreams that you have, right? Again, interactive show. Type your comments, type your questions. I am going to, on our last show, we talked, it was an introduction to the podcast. I had a question from a young lady in India, and we're going to be doing an entire show based around her question here shortly. So, anyways, types of motivation, the minor forms of motivation, rewards-based motivation, or incentive motivation, right? So this is where you're told that there is a prize at the end of said task, right? And that if you go and you work hard or you accomplish or you hit the goals, then you will be rewarded, right? So that's a motivation that you're rewarded for. It's a reward-based or incentive-based motivation. Parents do this with kids all the time, right? Where they're like, clean your room. No, clean your room. No, clean your room and I'll give you ice cream. Okay, I'll clean my room for ice cream, right? There's also fear-based motivation. Speaking of parenting, there's fear-based motivation. Now, there's two ways of looking at fear-based motivation. There's a type that you can look at that is, I'm going to do this because if I don't do this, I'm going to be in trouble. right? Or there's the way to utilize the fear-based motivation of the fear of wanting to let someone else down. So you are motivated, and maybe in an accountability type role, you have the fear of letting your accountability partner down. So you're motivated to accomplish whatever it is you're to accomplish, and it's a fear-based. So there's a positive and a negative with it. I would suggest that fear-based motivation is not normally long-lasting motivation. Achievement-based motivation. Now, this is a little bit different than the incentive or reward-based motivation, because achievement is for those that want position or want roles. They want that title at their work. They're trying to accomplish an achievement base, right? They're trying to get to a place. They want the title. They want the position. And this is a great motivator. A lot of people look down on someone who's motivated because they want to accomplish things, but it's not a negative way to be motivated. Honestly, it's a great way to be motivated, that you would have a desire. I keep hearing myself say I apologize. That's the editing guy in me. I hear the and it drives me crazy. When we're talking about achievement-based motivation, maybe that's the motivation where you want a position and it gets looked down on a lot. Oh, well, they're only doing that because they want that position. Well, if nobody else is doing it and that's what it takes, then there's nothing wrong with that. Power-based emotion. Those who find happiness in becoming more powerful or creating massive change definitely will be fueled by power-based motivation. Like, I want power over this. Now, when I say that, a lot of time people think that that's power over people, but that's not necessarily power over people. Sometimes the power-based motivation can be a motivation that's focused on wanting to change things, right? So, hold up. Wife's interrupting me. She gets to. She thinks I'm late. She has no idea I'm live right now. That's all right. Okay, so back to it. Power motivation is I want power over a circumstance. I want power over a situation. It's not necessarily power over people. That's what people think of when you say power-based motivation, but a lot of time that's not necessarily what it means. It means that I would like to make a positive change in this space, so I have to get power over the decision making in this so that I can make that change. Affiliation motivation. Now, this is one that I do not prescribe to. I'm not a affiliate motivated person. I'm not motivated based upon the relationships that I can build. But some people are. People often say it's not what you do, but who you know that dictates our success. For people driven by affiliation. Affiliation motivation. Now, this is one that I do not prescribe to. I'm not a affiliate motivated person. I'm not motivated based upon the relationships that I can build. But some people are. People often say it's not what you do, but who you know that dictates our success. For people driven by affiliation. Affiliation motivation. Now, this is one that I do not prescribe to. I'm not a affiliate motivated person. I'm not motivated based upon the relationships that I can build. But some people are. People often say it's not what you do, but who you know that dictates our success. For people driven by affiliation. Affiliation motivation. Now, this is one that I do not prescribe to. I'm not a affiliate motivated person. I'm not motivated based upon the relationships that I can build. But some people are. People often say it's not what you do,